The film opens in San Francisco, in an anonymous room where a mysterious man confides to a young reporter, Malloy, that he has lived for more than 200 years. Louis de Pointe du Lac, and he is about to reveal a harrowing truth about vampires. It isn't the killing that destroys you, but the living. We flash back to 1791, Spanish Louisiana. Louis is a wealthy plantation owner who's lost everything that matters. His wife and unborn child are gone. He spends his nights drinking and gambling in the New Orleans waterfront, picking fights with anyone who might end his misery. He has a death wish, and someone watching in the shadows has noticed. A short time later, while out walking with a woman, her pimp threatens him with a knife. But suddenly, a blonde aristocrat appears from nowhere, eliminating both the attacker and the woman instantly. This is Lestat de Lioncourt. Lestat attacks, draining Louis's blood as he floats above a ship moored by. Once finished, he drops Louis into the Mississippi River. The following night, Lestat returns. He can sense Louis's desperation and makes him an offer. Become like him, become a vampire. In his despair, Louis accepts. Lestat feeds him his own blood, and the transformation begins. What Louis doesn't realize is that he's just traded one form of suffering for an eternal one. Louis awakens to his new existence. Every sense is heightened, every emotion amplified. Time passes. Lestat tries to guide Louis into his new existence as a vampire. And while Lestat revels in hunting humans, taking pleasure in every kill, Louis is horrified and tries to resist, surviving on the blood of rats and birds, while Lestat hunts slaves and aristocrats without mercy. The tension in their twisted partnership reaches a breaking point. The slaves on Louis's plantation discover what he and Lestat really are: vampires. They stage a revolt, attacking their plantation house one night. Louis is forced to feed on his own gentle house slave, Yvette. The self-disgust overwhelms him. He helps the slaves burn down his own home, trying to destroy what he's become. But Lestat has a plan to keep Louis by his side, and it involves an innocent child. Years pass. A plague sweeps through New Orleans, leaving bodies in the streets. Louis, weakened by hunger, wanders among the deceased. He finds a little girl crying beside her mother's lifeless body. The hunger becomes unbearable. As Louis feeds on the child, Lestat arrives, but Louis immediately realizes what he's done, and the horror on his face tells us everything. Louis flees into the night, sickened by what he has done to the girl. When Lestat returns home later, he reveals that the girl still clings to life, but only barely. Unless they turn her into a vampire, she will die. With crushing reluctance, Louis agrees. Before the girl passes away, Lestat transforms her into a vampire. Her name is Claudia, and she becomes their daughter, forever frozen as a child. Louis loves her with pure fatherly devotion, while Lestat trains her to be a merciless hunter. We watch 30 years pass. Claudia's mind matures, but her body remains that of a little girl. She uses her innocent appearance to lure victims, from her dressmaker to her piano teacher. No one suspects the child until it's too late. But imagine realizing you'll never grow up, and the person responsible is sitting across from you at dinner every night. The moment of realization is devastating. Claudia understands she'll never become a woman, never truly grow up. Her fury at Lestat builds. She tells Louis they must leave him. What Claudia does next will change everything. Claudia prepares her revenge carefully. She brings Lestat 2 young boys as a peace offering, but she's given them an overdose of laudanum first. Lestat drinks their dead blood, which weakens him terribly. As he struggles, Claudia slits his throat. Louis is shocked, but helps her dispose of Lestat's body in an alligator swamp. They think they're finally free, but you can't destroy something that's already dead. On the night Louis and Claudia are set to sail for Europe, Lestat returns. He's survived on swamp creatures, and he's furious. A violent confrontation erupts. Louis sets Lestat on fire. And in the chaos of the spreading blaze, they escape on their ship. We follow them across Europe, searching for others like them but finding nothing. Finally, they arrive in Paris in 1870. Louis and Claudia enjoy the opulence and grandeur of the French capital, while still hoping to find other intelligent immortals like themselves. Then, while out walking through the darkened streets one night, Louis encounters Santiago and Armand. Armand leads a coven called the Théâtre des Vampires, where vampires perform horror shows for humans. The audience thinks the onstage killings are just theatrical effects, never suspecting they're watching real victims being drained. But Armand can read minds, and he knows what Louis and Claudia did to Lestat. Armand warns Louis that Claudia is in danger. The vampire laws are clear. No vampire may destroy another. Louis is drawn to Armand's ancient wisdom, but Claudia senses she's losing her protector. She demands Louis turn a Parisian doll maker named Madeleine into a vampire to be her new companion and mother figure. Reluctantly, Louis complies. The trap is already set, and dawn is coming. The Parisian vampires abduct all three of them. The trial is swift. Louis is imprisoned in a coffin, while Claudia and Madeleine are locked in a chamber with an open ceiling. As the sun rises, we see Louis's anguish as he hears their final moments. The sunlight reduces them to ash. Armand frees Louis the next day, but Louis knows the truth. Armand allowed Claudia's destruction so he could have Louis to himself. Consumed by rage, Louis returns to the theater at dawn and sets it ablaze, destroying the entire coven. When Armand offers him eternal companionship, Louis walks away. Some betrayals can never be forgiven. Decades pass in loneliness. Louis wanders the world, never recovering from losing Claudia. He returns to New Orleans and finds someone unexpected, Lestat, decayed and weakened, living as a recluse in an abandoned mansion, surviving on rat blood just as Louis once did. Lestat expresses genuine regret for turning Claudia. He asks Louis to stay, to be companions again. But Louis declines and leaves. Some wounds never heal, even for immortals. Back in the present, Louis concludes his interview with reporter Daniel Malloy. But Malloy has completely missed the point. Instead of being horrified, he begs Louis to make him a vampire too. Louis is outraged that Malloy hasn't understood this tale of eternal suffering. He attacks Malloy just to scare him, then vanishes into the night. Malloy runs to his car, playing the interview tapes as he drives across the Golden Gate Bridge. But someone appears in his back seat, Lestat. Revived by Malloy's blood, laughing maniacally, Lestat takes control of the car and drives into the night. Lestat offers him what he calls the choice I never had, whether or not to become a vampire. He says, "Don't be afraid. I'm going to give you the choice I never had." The cycle of suffering is about to begin again. What did you think of this dark tale? Would you choose immortality knowing what it truly costs? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button and subscribe for more movie breakdowns.